How are you wanting us to start this? Okay.
Just wing it.
Yeah, let's find
Yep.
our things.
it's
Where's
all
our
good.
first one? You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Recording? Yeah. Good. Okay. So we'd like to know, how did you get into music?
When I was a teenager, I had a lot of teenage angst. I needed some place to vent this. So I got into guitar music because it was loud and aggressive, and I really like that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I like to be loud and aggressive still.
What are your favorite bands?
AC/DC.
What?
What else? You mean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it top 3.
The top 3. Okay. Top 1 is, of course, AC/DC.
Of course.
Number 2 is actually Hole. I don't know if you guys remember Hole. That was the first band I got into when I was a teen. Yeah, loud guitars and screaming girls. and my third favorite band, actually. Now, don't say something stupid. Say something cool. No, wait, I have to think about this. Probably right now, AWOL Nation.
I think I've heard of them, actually.
Yeah,
Cool.
you remember
I'm
the
not
song
sure.
where he just sings "Sail"?
Yeah.
That one.
I think so.
Mhm.
So what would your favorite AC/DC song be?
To play or to listen to?
Either.
I really like that we put "Kicked in the Teeth" in our set, because it's really fun to play because it's super dynamic, and to listen to. I really like to listen to "What's Next to the Moon," both off of Power Ridge. Actually, my favorite album.
Can you describe your songwriting process?
I don't write so many songs because I'm super busy playing AC/DC.
Yeah.
But when I do, I just kind of sit there with my guitar and strum along and try different chords, and then at once a melody will pop up in my head.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's okay, sometimes it sucks, and then I just continue until I like it.
Yeah.
Can you share a memorable experience from your time touring or performing?
Yeah, do you have time?
Yeah.
Okay. I just have to think about it real quick. A memorable, like positive or negative?
Honestly,
I don't know,
I
just
think
something
just
that sticks in your
anything.
mind,
Just
yeah.
just the most memorable for you.
Well, it was funny because your friends were just asking me about the lorry at Bonfest 2019, yeah, 6 years ago, and that was one of the most memorable things that we've done as a band. And yeah, probably just listen to this answer again. And otherwise, I mean, we have played so many great shows, and we have played at places that I would have never expected to be able to play. For example, in Switzerland, there is this festival called the Montreux Jazz Festival. It's called Jazz Festival, but it's really a pop and rock festival. And there was actually we were playing there, and Prince was playing there the night before. So I
That's
got
pretty crazy.
That's pretty
It's-
big.
it's
pretty
big,
good.
yeah.
crazy. And so the backliner came to me and said, "Oh, baby, by the way, you're playing on Prince's amp tonight." I'm like, "What?"
That's actually
Okay,
crazy.
so I'm like, "Oh God, thank God he already played on it." So, and then I plugged in my guitar, I turned the thing on, and it wouldn't work.
Oh.
I'm like, "What?"
Oh.
Yeah, this thing doesn't work, press all the buttons and do all the things, and I'm like freaking out because it doesn't work. And and then the backliner came by, and I just saw that I hadn't even plugged it in. So that was, yeah.
Pretty
So
awesome.
we were
Like,
about to
like,
get
like,
revealed that
Prince's
Prince's
amp
amp
doesn't
doesn't work.
Prince's amp doesn't work. What a bad equipment. Yeah. Sorry. And then at the same festival 1 year later, we played there, and there was actually Brian May playing as we were setting up.
Oh my god.
So you got to listen to
No
that.
way.
Yeah, they took us into the big auditorium because there were different venues at the festival. So we
Yeah.
played the Rock Cave, and Brian May played the big auditorium.
Did you get to meet him?
No,
Oh.
because they said, girls, do you want to see Brian May perform? We're like, yeah, please take us there now. So they took us there, and we were so excited that we saw him on the stage, and the people were actually sitting down. So it was not really a loud rock show. It was more of an acoustic thing.
Yeah.
But we were so super excited. We were like, bah, 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 like a flock of chickens, in this auditorium. And so we were apparently too loud for them. So they took us out again. Yeah, unfortunately. That's how we didn't meet Brian May. And then one time we played at a festival in Switzerland. It's called the Ciel Blues Festival with ZZ Top. And actually, we were backstage having lunch. And there was Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill. He was still alive back then. And Helen and I were getting a bit nervous because there was Billy Gibbons right at the table behind us. And so I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So we pretended to do a selfie. And we framed it in such a way that
He would
had
be-
him in the picture. And of course, he noticed. And he pulled the funniest face. So, yeah, and then we left him alone. But Dusty Hill came over and saw us, and he's like, oh, can we take a picture? So, yeah, we took a lot of pictures with Dusty Hill. That was also super fun. Yeah, I could go on and on.
That's amazing. Met
Yeah.
somebody,
That's so
like,
cool.
Yes.
Celebrities.
Yeah.
Even Arch Enemy in Slovakia, we played the same festival, and Soulfly too. And
So have you performed in a lot of different countries?
Oh yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were lucky like that. Yeah, we have played in Norway, in Germany, in France, Switzerland, Italy, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Belgium, Netherlands. Yeah,
That's
UK
a lot.
and UK, of course.
So how do you stay motivated to keep, playing, whether it's, AC/DC, your own songs, anything?
Actually, the concerts, they motivate me because we
Yeah.
get to travel and meet cool people such as yourselves. And also we get to meet people who enjoy the music that we play just as much as we enjoy playing it for them, because AC/DC brings people together. So actually it's the people that motivate me to continue. And also, of course, the people in the band, because they're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Usually. No, I'm just kidding. They are cool.
How do you think your music fits into the current rock scene?
Well, AC/DC kind of timeless.
Yeah.
So as long as there are people listening to it, it will fit right in. And the cool thing about AC/DC is that they have always been pretty much consistent with their style throughout the years.
Yeah.
They've been playing for what? Since 1973. I can't even imagine that because, I was even born a little bit later. So I think that's what makes the music kind of timeless, and they didn't adapt too much to current tendencies of music. So I think that's their secret.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.